All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and fuses out there. Unto his foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. We'll start with the scripture. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. All right. So what is the thing that has been? Has been man. The thing what will be again is of man. All right. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. There's no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. So this is a reincarnation scripture, and the reason why I brought this out, all right, I'm just gonna show it. I'm gonna show it. And brothers haven't seen it already, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm just gonna play a couple points and let's go.
It's actually higher. Non-union employees are getting paid by roughly 1 to 2%, which is exactly what union dues are, is 1 to 2% of their salary. So I just wanted to set the record straight on that, and that's coming from statistics, all right? Now, let's talk about Mr. O'Brien himself, his behavior. As everybody knows, and it's here, and the last time, him and I kind of had a back and forth. Appreciate your demeanor today. It's quite different. But after you left here, you got pretty excited about the keyboard. In fact, you tweeted at me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And let me read what the last one said. It said, greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself, and my wife was running the office, because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
no, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Actively.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond, Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing. And God knows the American people have enough contempt for Congress. Let's not
I don't
make
like
it worse.
thugs and
You-
bullies.
You have,
And that's
you
what-
have
I don't like you, because you
Hold
just
it.
described yourself.
Hold it. You have the mic.
Yeah.
You have time.
All right.
Make your statement.
Then let's do this, because I did challenge you and I accepted your challenge, and you went quiet.
No, I didn't go quiet.
hold on.
No,
You challenged me to a cage match,
No,
acting like a
sir.
12-year-old schoolyard
Hold it.
bully.
Excuse
Sir,
me.
hold on.
Hold it. No, excuse me. I have the
I
mic.
will say exactly.
Senator Mullen, I have the mic. You have questions on any economic issues, anything that said, go for it. We're not here to talk about physical abuse.
You brought.
We're not
him
talking
in.
about, of course I
And,
did.
and let me show you his hearing, because I want to expose this thug to who he is. And
You're not pointing at me. That's disrespectful.
All right.
I don't care about respecting you at all. I respect.
I don't
people that
respect you at all.
respect. So
All right, hold it.
let me.
Hold it. No.
So what we're seeing right now is a display of the natural way things are supposed to go. In other words, what we see in public with these senators, congressmen, and all this other shit, that's all an act. All right, they both are in agreement. Well, they all in an agreement. However, time and time again, they will go at each other's throat. Now, this what we've seen, this small display, this is nothing new. All right, so I looked it up, which I already knew. Anybody could look this up. So I Googled it, Rome Senate fight each other? Did like the Roman senators, did they fight each other? Which I already knew, and the answer is yes. So there's this clown, stand your butt fist fight nearly broke out during Senate hearing, which we were watching. But that's not the point. This is a war of actum. 40% of the Roman Senate, together with the consult, left Rome to join the war on Antony's side after the decisive victory for Octavia at the battle. So this was a famous battle. Now, the reason why I stick to this one, because when you look into the history of Rome, and a good show to watch was Rome on HBO. Now, if you don't know, I read, the book Julius Caesar, which was a Shakespeare book. It told you about how Caesar was being betrayed, all right, by the Romans, and one of his best friends was what's his name, Brutus, right? And Brutus and the senator, they fear that Caesar put too much to himself. So they couldn't talk it out. So they stabbed him up. They juxed him. Boom, boom, boom. So they juxed the man. Right? Then what the key thing what the show was saying about that's this guy's name. I just make not Julius Caesar. His so-called best friend. Which I should look it up. Brutus. Yeah, Brutus. All right, so Brutus something. I forgot his last name. He comes from a long line of family members that hated tyranny, that hated tyrants. That was what they said. And his father's father, or his father, had juked up somebody else that was trying to be a tyrant. All right. So fast forward to this war between Mark Antony. So Mark Antony and Augustus, all right, had an agreement. They got rid of Brutus and forgot the other guy's name. They got rid of them. These were senators. Okay. These are senators. This is in their history. So then it boiled down to this battle right here, which I'm not going to read it. I just wanted to point out something. So the Romans, since we in the stead of Rome all over again, all right, the Romans, which are today, is the Americans, okay, are doing the exact same thing. Now, what they did to Trump, they physically stabbed Trump up, but they're killing his character, taking him to court and so forth. How they used to do it back in those days, they used to actually physically kill one another. All right. So this whole facade of, being diplomatic, all right, being the adult and so forth, that shit is thrown out the window. At the end of the day, these are wannabe Romans all over again. There's another thing and they all associated with the same topic. I didn't look him up. I just said Rome Senate fight each other, which I was supposed to put, did the Roman senators fight each other? And the answer to that is yes. They killed one another. That was the most bloodiest empire. They killed Caligula. They juked him up. They said that Tiberius Caesar, they believed that he was poisoned either by his wife or the senators killed him. So they have a long, violent history, all right, of Xing each other out. And what we've seen in display is a chink in Esau's armor. All right, that's what the scripture says. Luke 11 and 18. It said, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? The answer to that is no, it cannot stand. All right? It cannot stand at all. Because of the simple fact of the disagreement that they have with one another, this is why they fall. Since Nate don't know how to break down Revelation 20th chapter correctly, it clearly tells you when Satan was loose for a little season. Within that little season, that came the British Empire, the Spanish Empire, the French, the Dutch, the Netherlands, and guess what? They all was going at each other's throat. Every last one of them. So Esau always been divided. But now, his division amongst themselves is being more frequent. Okay? That's why it says in Revelations, matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Revelations 13 and 2, just to the point. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. So John saw a picture, or not a picture, a vision of a beast, the same beast that Daniel saw in his vision. All right? And that beast is what? That beast was talking about Esau Edom, his empire. It started out with the Greeks, which the leopard is synonymous with Alexander the Great, the historians will say. Okay? And it says, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, whose symbol is a bear. It's the Russians. So even in that sense, there's a great division amongst Esau, because it was prophetic that would happen that way. Okay? That's what was going to end up happening. The end of Esau. The end of Esau by the hands of Esau. So, real quick, Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So, who's that red horse? Esau. Overall, all Esau. Wherever these people set their feet, scriptures clearly tell you Esau is equated to the wicked. Wherever he put his feet, evilness happens, death, destruction. So they'll take shit to the extreme level. And that extreme level is nuclear war. So they're willing to fight one another. That's what scripture says in matter of fact, let me get that instead. Isaiah 19 and 2 says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So political formation of Democrats versus Republicans, far right, far left, and different ideology, which is led by order out of chaos. Okay? These people are not stable like how they pretend to be. The only reason why we don't see it displayed on public, because they keep things under wrap. They'll have us believe that blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're self-destructive, which they are. They are. But despite if niggas kill one another in the hood, nobody does more damage on the planet Earth to his own people than Esau. So the Lord has set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. A scripture that came to mind real quick, which is kind of funny, not funny, but beautiful. It says, get that. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 10 and 2. As the judge of his people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of the man that the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So the officers, the people that's under Esau that does everything, there's been a lot of infighting. A whole lot of infighting. From senators to congressmen to judges, there's a lot of infighting. These people are vile. That's what the scripture says. There's no peace unto the wicked. All right, no peace unto the wicked is literally no peace. So the Lord there's a lot of chinks in his armor. They're killing one another. They're killing each other. They're gonna kill each other as brethren, which is prophetic, because all the rules, everything that make them civilized and rulers, they're going to end up turning on one another. All right? So the same thing that we went through, they're about to go through. But theirs going to be more violent. Because these are the most violent people on the planet Earth. What the hell you expect them to do? Deuteronomy 30:7. It says, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." And one of the main curses is what? Brothers against each other. And these people don't have no fucking problem. They will destroy each other. That's why you have the small hatters that they don't have a problem slaughtering their own people. They don't have no problem at that. All right? A public display of that caliber and Bernie Sanders is right. Well, all Americans are acting the way they're acting, or all the shit that they're going through, and seeing their so-called leaders acting the same way, that shit trickles down, man. Which is all prophetic, man. So I'm showing that the Lord is about to do some shit. So everything we've been saying from the beginning, race wars, civil wars, class wars, all is about to happen. I'm gonna play a little bit more and then let this childish shit. They're gonna just popping shit. It's just it's a show, but it's hilarious. Because remember, whatever they do, the high level witchcraft that they do, it's the whole thing with the whole Trump shit. They all turned on one another at that moment. So they all turned on each other, and they're about to all turn again. Okay? All that shit. And while the generals and, you know, the people in high power, they'll argue with one another, throw fist fights, and they'll have the people do that towards one another.
You at all. I
don't respect you at all.
So
All right,
let me
Hold it. No.
You're one of
So hold
of the most
Hold
elite
it,
people
please.
acted.
Please. All right? This is excuse me. This is a hearing to discuss economic issues. All right? If you have questions for Mr. O'Brien or anybody else on what he has said, go for it. But we're not here to talk about fights or anything else.
I'm quoting exactly what he said.
You can say what you want.
This is your witness
This
you
is
brought.
my
And
witness.
I'm exposing him.
You can
as a
talk
person
anything
who
you want.
is. So in
But no fight-
2013,
Nope.
in 2013, O'Brien was suspended by the Teamsters for intimidating your own members. In 2014, you were part of, what would you say, organizing the harassment, intimidation of the Top Shelf crew.
Chef, not chef.
Top Chef. Okay, and then and I think in the reports they said sexual, racist, and homophobic slurs and death threats. 14 tires were sliced, and 5 Teamsters were arrested. And you said, "Well, I had nothing to do with it." But however, in that same statement, you said, "But if I get called to testify, I'll plead the fifth." This is a witness you brought in here. In 2017, you were removed as lead negotiator by then President Hoffa for UPS for your actions. And then in 22, when this guy was elected, what he said after he got elected was he wanted to bring the mob mentality back to the Teamsters. This is your guy.
And you're obviously going to give him a chance to respond to your questions.
Absolutely, absolutely, because this is my question. Because you called me out. I didn't call you out.
Yeah, you did.
You said anytime, any place.
That's
what you
that.
said.
Let's get the record
Okay.
straight.
Ms. Hold it, no.
Hold on.
Senator Mullen, do you have a question for the witness?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
that's what I'm
let's
getting
hear
at.
it.
So, anytime, any place.
No, that's not.
April is a charity event.
No, that's
for-
not. That's not. No.
No, it's a, he,
No,
sir, he said it, and this is my
He is
time.
here to
You
tell-
didn't set
no.
parameters on what the questions can or cannot be asked, and I'll ask.
No,
the
you're not going to.
question.
We're not going to be talking about
Yes, we
physical
did.
confrontation.
Oh, this is about charity, for a union charity, because this is for firefighters and.
You have a question on his testimony.
April,
Grow up,
April
will you
next
please?
year.
You have
grow
a
up. You're an
question
embarrassment.
on his. Let's not
You
be.
said it.
You're an
You
embarrassment.
said
You're
it,
an
and I'm just
embarrassment.
simply answering it.
You
Senator
reached
Mullen,
out
go
to
hold
your
it.
buddies.
Hold it. Senator Mullen, you made some charges.
Charges?
Mr. O'Brien, do you want to respond to
Yeah,
the
go ahead,
question?
please.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality of it is,
Accept my challenge, tough
Mr.
guy.
Mullen, tough guy.
Answer, hold it. Answer the questions.
All right, y'all won. He
Please.
made a lot of statements, right? And his statements are fiction at best.
Fiction, I read them.
Can you answer?
What?
Answer the question, please.
I can't understand him, to be honest with you.
All right.
He rambles so much. What was your question, actually?
You said I made a lot of statements.
No, but what's your question? I don't understand your question. Could you repeat it?
You said anytime, any place.
What's your question?
Accept the challenge.
What challenge?
You said anytime, any place. I'm accepting yours, so why don't you come
What
back?
challenge? What challenge are you talking
April 30th. How about we do it for a charity at the Smoking Guns in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
We're not going to be
what was the
talking about
challenge?
physical confrontations
You
here.
want to fight me?
What'd you say by anytime, any place?
Let's have coffee, discuss our differences.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah, that's right,
All
exactly.
right, well, let's sit down and have coffee.
Let's
I'd
do
love
it.
to.
All right. I'd love to.
But
It's
the,
funny how you're back.
Tough white boy shit, man. These people are a joke, man. A big fucking joke. But hey, it's gonna get physical. They're gonna revert back to those Romans, and they're gonna start stabbing one another. It's gonna be publicly, because we have technology now, so we're gonna get to see that. We're not gonna hear about it. They had gotten a senator shot, so it's about to get real. So with that being said, hey, Esau's kingdom, man. What do you expect? Esau's kingdom. So with that being said, shalom to you, elected nation. Shalom.